And here's the video review for Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Deluxe Arcee. This is the second version, obviously not the first edition, and we'll get to some comparisons with that later on in the review. Motorcycle mode, color-wise, is a little different, but overall not drastically different from the first edition. Roughly the same size. The color, like I said, the blue's a little brighter. We'll get into that. One of the things you will notice is she doesn't have the blades on the side. She comes with two weapons, only one blade and one gun, and you can, they say it combines in different ways. You can have it with the blade facing forward, or you can turn around and have the claw facing forward if you want to combine the weapons like that. Overall, not really interesting weapons. There's a gun that kind of looks like her handgun, and a blade that looks like one of her blades, but yeah, that's about it. All there is to it. Motorcycle herself got a little kickstand you can flip up. It rolls freely, but I mean, like, it doesn't stand up on its own. It's not going to roll on its own, so there's not a whole lot to that. Just standard motorcycle. A nice-looking motorcycle, but yeah, we've seen it before. Transformation itself is just flipping the wings out and taking the hands out like this, the arms, and kind of pulling the shoulders down and out like this. Not a whole, not far, but just enough that they come out and down. There we go. So yeah, just like that. And then you come down here, swing her legs forward, and then swing her whole. You see, as you swing this whole, you swing her hips down, but as you swing this whole waist piece down, her head pops up as part of the revealer's feature. It's kind of tucked into her chest, and as you swing the hips down, it pops up and out. So you just bring those down, and this does actually peg in here, snaps into place there in her lower hips. This whole assembly just comes down onto her back, and then the wheel itself comes over, rotates sideways, and hangs down right here. She does have a very large backpack, but she does end up with the wings on her back, which I know a lot of people were complaining about with the first one. Bring her shoulders back up a little bit here. Rotate her forearms out, and her hands. And then down here, the feet, you just split the wheel. You can get it here. You can give her kind of a thrust mode, or movie RC mode, I guess. But whenever I see a wheel like that, I think of Beast Machine's thrust. Anyway, you want to bring the foot all the way down. I've kind of already done it as part of the transformation, but the foot generally is tucked up back here. You want to bring that all the way forward, and then you just flip the wheel assembly up into the back of the leg. And there you go. There's Arcee in robot mode, ready for action. Like I said, there's a giant backpack here. A little bigger than I would prefer, but overall she doesn't look bad. She does end up a little shorter than her first edition, and we'll show that off here in just a second. And again, you can, if you want, you can put the blade on her arm in either direction. You can give her gun, and again, she can hold it down here like as a external gun. You can actually put her hand up, and there's another peg back here to make it look like it's coming out of her arm. It's a little big for that. Her blasters on the show do extend out of her arm like that, but I don't think they're quite this long. But, oh well. So there's that, and like I said before, you can, if you choose to, give her like a little bayonet weapon here on the gun itself. Which is okay. I'm not a big fan of it. It's not bad, I'm just not a big fan of it. And just a real quick comparison here. Let's pull this back and bring this up. And bring in her first edition figure, which is, as you can see, significantly taller. I mean, in the overall scheme of things, it's about an inch, but comparison-wise, significantly taller than the Robots in Disguise version. A darker blue. And this is actually really a nice shade of blue, but it is much lighter than her first edition figure. And you can see all the differences. Her chest doesn't transform. It's a fake chest here inside the bike. So she doesn't have the pink on her face. I think, again, it's a first edition. The first edition one, you can't argue with, has the better paint apps. I don't think any of them are like that. Really came away with better paint apps, aside from ones that didn't have figures in the first edition line. But all in all, a perfectly acceptable substitute if you did not manage to get the first edition Arcee, and fits in a little bit better with the cast, and we'll see that in the Ratchet video coming up. We'll have them all together. So yeah, there it is. Transformers Robots in Disguise Deluxe Arcee. Available now for pre-order at TFsource.com. Excellent toys, great customer service. Why go to the store when you can go to the source? TFsource.com.